Garden Reach Shipbuilders is the next company which is in focus. They've won an order. We actually have Mr. PR Hari, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, now joining in to take some questions. Mr. Hari, good morning, sir. Thank you for your time. I think we're speaking after a while, so we'll get to this particular order, which is a small one for you. But give us a state of play as things stand right now. What's the total order book? What is revenue growth looking like for this year? What has execution been like? Just give us an overall sense of things, and then we'll get into specifics.
Thank you, Prashant. As you said, we are meeting after a long time. The Q3 results have been good. Numbers have been strong. Now, coming to the order book, our current order book stands at rupees 23,877 crores. And this comprises of 10 projects consisting of 40 platforms, including 17 warships for the Navy from 4 projects and 2 research vessels, one for the DRDO, one of the DRDO organizations, and one for the Ministry of Earth Sciences, and export projects, 3 export projects consisting of 8 platforms, and of course, a project for the government of West Bengal, hybrid ferries. Now, in our order book, almost 95% of the order book comes from the shipbuilding segment, and the balance 5 come from our other business verticals. Coming to the execution plan and the status, we have in one of the projects for the Navy, there is a survey vessel large project. It's a 4-ship project. 2 ships have already been delivered, and we intend delivering the balance 2 ships during the current year. The big project, the P17 Alpha project, happy to inform you that the first ship shall be undergoing the sea trials soon, and we intend delivering the ship ahead of schedule during the mid of this year. That project is going on fine, and so are the other 2 projects. What is interesting is that in our order book, just about 2 years back, the export component was just about 0.5%. Now that has shot up to around 4.5 to 5%, and with the kind of opportunities that exist in the global segment, and with most of the European nations looking at India as a destination for commercial shipbuilding, we are very confident of ramping up this to maybe around 10% in another 2 years.
Oh, that's a big headline.
In a nutshell gives you where we stand.
Right. Mr. Hari, just one thing. When we spoke in August, right, your order book was about 25,230 odd crores from what I have. You're saying your order book now is about just under 24,000 crores. In terms of pipeline of projects that you've bid in, where you are ahead, could you give us a sense of what we should expect?
Yes, as you said, when we last spoke in August, it was around 24,500. Now it has dropped, which means we have also got orders and also executed the orders to maintain the current levels. Now coming to what is on the anvil. Now, what is confirmed is that in the current financial year, we will be signing 2 more contracts, one for 2 more multipurpose vessels, export for a German client, and 2 coastal research vessels for the Geological Survey of India. Now, these are confirmed. And what is on the anvil? I'd like to give you an overall perspective. I will just take the Navy and Coast Guard segment. In the next, that is from now over the next 1.5 years, around 210 platforms, I'm giving a conservative estimate, 210 platforms with an estimated value of around 1,70,000 crores is on the anvil. So if the RFPs are likely to come out during this period, which means naturally the contract for these platforms are expected to be completed within the next 2 years. And what we are confident is that our share in this kitty, or what is on the plate, is going to be substantial. What is expected in the immediate future is the next generation corvettes. This project, the technical evaluation has been completed, and we expect the price bid to be opened in a couple of months. This is a high value project. The AON, that is the estimated cost itself, is around 36,000. 2 big ticket projects which are again on the anvil. What I mentioned in this kitty of about 1,70,000 is the P17 Bravo project. This is again a high value project, 70,000 crores for 7 ships, split between 2 shipyards. And the mine countermeasure vessel, that is the MCME project, 12 ships, around 32,000 crores. So the future looks bright.
These are really big numbers, sir. And like you're saying, at least for the 1.7 lakh crore rupee opportunity, naval opportunity, you said substantial. But, help your shareholders kind of map this a little further. Realistically, 12 months down the line, I'm not asking one quarter down, but at least a year down the line or even a year and a half down the line when these platforms are bid out, from about 25,000 crores, where do you see your order book? Could it go to 30, 35, ballpark?
See, if you're looking at the execution, because order book is linked to the execution
also, yes, absolutely. So
execution
an idea of that as well. And revenue growth and order book growth. Yeah.
Yes. In the current year, okay, I'll take a bit backwards. FY22 to FY24, our revenue and the profits have almost doubled. From 1754 crores FY22 to 3592 crores in FY24. So that is a kind of growth pattern that we have. And if you take a 5-year CAGR, we have been consistent. We have been maintaining around 25%. Now coming to what your specific question of what is the likely order book at the end of next financial year. In my estimate, it should be around 40,000 crores. That is a conservative estimate.
Okay. And the CAGR, like you said, you've done 25% CAGR in the last several years. So say CAGR from now next 3 years, I'm asking, because these orders are lumpy. 3-year CAGR for Garden Reach shipbuilders with an order book touching 40,000 crores, what could it be? Revenue.
Oh, that is a very interesting question. We have been maintaining a 25% CAGR. So our projects, current order book is reasonably healthy. What I had indicated that the order book is going to be substantial in the next year, that is at the end of FY26. All put together, we should be able to maintain similar CAGR.
Okay, so 25% CAGR with your order book touching 40,000 crores about a year or so down the line.
All right. Hi, Mr. Hari, and good to see you in, sir. What about profitability? I'm looking at your PAT margins. They're in the vicinity of around 8.5%, and you had, guided for those numbers as well. So the net profit number should be holding out around these levels, around 8.5% net profit margins.
Thank you, Nigel. Nice to see you after a long time. We should be able to maintain similar margins. And now that we have, I'll tell you why also. One, of course, shipbuilding now, it is a highly competitive segment, so margins are reasonably low. But we have moved on to export of commercial ships and also for ship repairs. And there the margins are relatively higher. So all put together, I should be able to maintain net profit margin beyond 8% in the coming years too.
Okay, all right. So just to plug in the numbers then, sir, I'm assuming this year you lend around closer to 5,000 crores, 4,800 crores mathematically, because in the last quarter you normally do more than 1,000 crores what you did in quarter 4. So just penciling it in, for the next couple of years you grow by 25%, you should be in the vicinity of around 7,500 crores with a margin of around 8.5%. So you'll be delivering a net profit number in FY27 of close to around 500 crores. Very gettable?
This is achievable. See, again, it is achievable purely because, one, the orders in hand are in a maturity level where the revenue recognition is on the right phase. And second, the new orders that we are expecting, naturally, that will start giving us revenue for FY27 or 28 onwards. So we're on a right track. You're right. We should be able to maintain the figures that you mentioned in the coming years.
7,500 crores of revenues at around 8.5% will be around 600 crores. So that's gettable, right?
This is a very ambitious figure, but we are striving towards that. From the mathematical calculations that we both have shared, they seem logical.
Okay, all right, Mr. Hari.
I'd also like to take this opportunity to highlight that one is the orders in hand. Second is for capacity enhancement. We effectively are 4 shipyards in Kolkata. 3 facilities dedicated for shipbuilding and 1 for ship repairs. But we feel, considering the slew of initiatives by the government in terms of shipbuilding financial assistance, the Maritime Development Fund, and also the exponentially growing global demand for commercial ships, we feel this capacity is just about adequate and we want to ramp up. So it is with that intent that we are exploring the feasibility of setting up a greenfield shipyard. The preliminary discussions are in progress and we are pursuing it, and we hope to see more progress in this front in the coming months and years.
And Mr. Hari, just to quickly circle back on the export opportunity, because it's the first time we're hearing you very, very bullish on exports as well. Otherwise, it was all local, India dominated, right? You're saying from 4.5% of your book right now, it'll go up to 10% in how much time, sir?
Around 2 to 3 years. That is the expectation.
2 to 3 years.
All right, Mr. Hari, we hope you sail to those numbers. And, thank you very much for joining us and
That's what
appreciate
we are
your
looking
time
for.
here.
Thank you. Thank you.
On CMD TV18. And I hope we speak again soon. Sooner than, the last gap that we had between interactions. Well, let's just take a quick look at what